Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Wait, I wasn't done. I continued that pattern and kept accruing more and more talents until I had so many that technically I had to start publicly disclosing my talents. So instead, I split it all up into 13 secret shell companies so the public wouldn't know about it. Secret? Was that legal? Of course it wasn't legal, but your ways are higher than man's ways, right? So I knew you'd make an exception, if you know what I mean. I don't. But that's not all. You, own all sorts of very profitable businesses now, thanks to my various investments on your behalf. You own one of the largest beef ranches in the United States. Didn't I tell you to eat meat sparingly? And that's only a small part of the enormous for-profit agriculture company you own called Ag Reserves. You own so many farms. In Nebraska, for example, you own 2 counties worth of land. And you own more than 2% of the state of Florida. Oh, good, I suppose. That's all to feed the hungry, right? Oh, if they can pay for it. These are for-profit, remember? You do have humanitarian farms, yeah. And we make sure they get plenty of visibility, especially with members of your church. But no, this is a much larger, worldwide operation. You sound like you're not done. Oh no, you also own a major real estate company called Property Reserve, and let me tell you, it is a very busy business that is doing extremely well. You don't just own apartment complexes throughout Salt Lake City, as one would expect. You also own a luxury mall downtown and properties throughout the country. And these aren't just your run-of-the-mill investment properties either. Some of them don't look pretty, but what industrial park does. But others, recently, we have been acquiring these luxury apartments for you to rent out and pocket the profits. More talents. Oh. And many people don't know about this one, but it's getting easier to control the narrative. Because you own a broadcasting company that itself owns radio stations throughout the United States. Do I need to control the narrative? Unfortunately, yes, we haven't been polling well. Plus, the ad revenue really adds up. Get it? No. Those are just the bigger ones. There are plenty of other operations. There's your bookstore, Deseret Book, that also helps your anointed make a little extra on the side for themselves. There's your newspaper, Deseret News, restaurants and bakeries at Temple Square. There's Deseret Digital Media that owns KSL.com and Utah.com. And those polling numbers I mentioned inspired the Radiant Foundation, which has the goal of reversing that trend. You have a corporate propaganda company in my name. Mm-hmm. But surely that's not necessary if you use these talents for good. You do understand that's what the parable meant, right? Come again? The wicked and slothful servant wasn't punished simply for not making a profit. He was punished for hiding his talent, for not using it for good. Oh, yes, that's where I started. The money that we split up into the shell companies. Yes, you now have hundreds of billions of dollars. That's all earmarked for good. Oh, that's relieving. That's wonderful to hear. What good have you been doing then? Oh, so much. We do feed the poor through a fund called Fast Offerings. Yes, we even have a whole complex called Welfare Square that, again, we make sure gets plenty of visibility. And that's all through the hundreds of billions. Oh, no, Fast Offerings is totally separate and much smaller. It's more like the widow's mite. Is that all? We also have vending machines. Yes, every Christmas, strangers buy blankets and meals for needy individuals through our service vending machines. That's also good, but also not through the hundreds of billions. What do you plan on using that for? We haven't decided. What do you mean you haven't decided? Well, there was a time, a few actually, when we were quite in debt, so we decided to save up for a rainy day. A rainy day? Just like I told Pharaoh in that dream of his. Very wise. So how much does the church spend in, say, a year? 5 to 7 billion? That can't be right. I thought you said you had hundreds of billions. That's right. That's not a rainy day fund. That's more like a rainy millennium fund. Exactly. You see now? The millennium? You do realize I'm doing away with money. That money will be pointless, worthless in my kingdom. Right? Of course no, we didn't actually. Shit. Is it too late? Yes, it's too late. Shit. Well, we had good intentions. But did you though?